Gaddafi regime is crumbling. The Libyan rebels are cheering. Same cheers and tears could be seen in Egypt in February as the nation ousted their longtime leader, Hosni Mubarak. But 6 months on, many Egyptians say their hopes have been crushed by reality.
You
know, I loved the revolution when it happened. I welcomed it. That looked at the time like a light at the end of the tunnel. But you see, it's not getting better. If we have nothing to eat, just don't tell me about democracy. For hungry people, it just doesn't matter.
The Egyptians now are not governed by who they chose as their leaders. Instead, it's their army that's in control. The army that has strong ties with the U.S. and is sponsored by Washington.
The military regime, the edifice, the institutions that were the essence, the fundamental essence of the Mubarak regime, those remain. And we can see that thousands of people have been brought to military trials since the end of the popular revolution that ousted Mubarak.
In Tripoli, the body taking over is the National Transitional Council, also not chosen by the Libyan people. Yet the council has been recognized as the legitimate government of Libya by all allies who've been helping oust Gaddafi. Many Libyans are outraged by the fact that foreign powers are effectively making vital choices for them.
There's too much wealth and geopolitical strategic value to Libya to let it only become reformed in democratic rights and universal participation by the citizenry. Western powers need to implement a Western economic and military agenda, and therefore the people who will eventually command the political situation in Libya and the military situation in Libya will indeed be supported and buttressed by Western powers.
Western powers have thrown all their support behind the Libyan National Transitional Council, giving them billions of dollars and weapons to gain control. But the rebels are far from being a united group.
What Libya is going to face after that is a period of prolonged chaos. Nobody knows the outcome. This is, as I said at the beginning, this is tribe against tribe. This is not democracy against totalitarianism.
Revolutions in Egypt and Libya have developed under different scenarios. In Egypt, it was an unarmed uprising of millions. In Libya, it's been an insurgency flooded with weapons by the West. And those weapons are still in their arms and they're not going anywhere. And many analysts are saying that Libyans could find themselves in a much worse situation than the Egyptians, because on top of power crisis, similar to the one Egyptians are having, Libyans could be facing a fresh outbreak of violence at the hands of the armed mob. I'm Ganesh Shakan reporting from Washington, RT.